Yes. Good morning to all of you. Myself Mahesh Jagdish Pingle, lecturer Electronics Engineering, Government Polytechnic Ambad. Dear students, in our previous lecture, we discussed about the theoretical part and number of units that we are going to learn in the subject optical fiber communication and the satellite communication, that is ONS, optical networking and satellite communication. Now, in our today's lecture or practical, we are concentrating on the total number of experiments we have to perform for the fulfillment of this particular course. Now, experimental setups are very necessary to understand the hands-on practice of the theoretical concepts. So, here you are observing a list of suggested practicals and exercises for ONS subject. Now, there are total 17 practicals we have to perform. Out of 17, minimum 12 or more practicals are to be calculated for your final term mark. So, let us have a look over the total number of practicals. So, the first practical, it is related with the identification of various layers and parts of optical fiber. So, in this practical we are going to discuss the different layers of optical fiber. So, what exactly we mean by the core, what is cladding, etc. Then in second practical, we are testing the performance of pulse width modulator and demodulator with the help of optical fiber. In third practical, we have to test the performance of the given photodiode detector by using an LED as an optical source. So, as we know that photodiode is nothing but a diode which operates on the light. So, if the light falling on the diode gets changed, then current flowing through the diode also gets changed. So, in the third practical, we are just observing the performance of the photodiode detector with the help of LED. In the fourth experiment, we have to observe the performance of a photodiode using laser. So, in third experiment, we are observing the performance with the help of LED. But in fourth experiment, the same experiment we have to conduct for taking laser as an optical source. In the fifth experiment, we have to calculate the bandwidth of optical fiber for analog link. So, in our theoretical aspect, we can just discuss in theory how to calculate the bandwidth with the help of analog link. So, the same thing we are doing in a practical to calculate bandwidth of optical fiber for analog link. In sixth experiment, we have to observe the change in power level of optical fiber due to the cleaning effects in the fiber. In seventh experiment, we have to calculate the numerical aperture and acceptance angle for a given optical fiber. So, one standard method it is provided for the calculation of the numerical aperture and the acceptance angle. So, it is a graphical method is there. So, by using this such a kind of graphical method, we can easily calculate the numerical aperture and the acceptance angle. In the 8th experiment, we are going to connect the optical fiber with the relevant optical connector and test the performance of the cable. In 9th experiment, we can capable to measure the attenuation losses for the given optical fiber cable. So, what are the different reasons for the attenuation losses and how to calculate or measure these attenuation losses for a given optical fiber. The 10th experiment, it is related with the bending losses of the optical fiber. So, through this 10th experiment, we can easily capable to identify the bending losses. So how this experiment we are performing? So if the optical fiber is straight, so if you are applying some input to the optical fiber, and if you are measuring the output at the another end of the optical fiber, then while in a straight line, please kindly note down the reading of the output power. Now bend this optical fiber cable and repeat the same procedure. So by this way we can easily calculate the bending losses in the optical fiber. Then 11th experiment, it is related with the demonstration of attenuation losses for a given length of optical fiber with the help of OTDR. Then 12th experiment related with the splicing techniques to join the optical fiber. Then 13th experiment, it is related with the demonstration of working of OTN. In 14th experiment, we are going to discuss the test the performance of satellite link for the specified uplink and downlink frequency. In 15th experiment, we are going to develop a program using a relevant simulation tool to calculate the time period of a satellite for a given velocity and altitude based on Kepler's third law. 16th experiment, it is related with the detection of satellite link fail operation and re-establish the link. And last but not least, the 17th experiment, it is related to establish a link to transmit and receive 3 separate signals, audio, video and tone simultaneously through the satellite link. So among this 17th experiment, 13 experiments are related with the optical fiber and the 4 experiments are related with the satellite communication. So step by step we have to perform this experiment. So we will conduct the experiment or also the virtual sessions related with such a kind of performance of the experiment. Now while talking about the micro projects, some micro projects are suggested for this optical fiber communication. Some student activities are also provided. So suggested student activities are: visit any industry nearby to you, your house, college, and observe the use of optical devices. Then list out the specification of various optical devices used in the industry. Undertake an internet survey for various optical fiber cables available in the market. Observe various splicing techniques used in industry. Visit any earth station nearby to your house, college, and observe the function of different components of satellite system and submit a report on it. Write report on various antennas and modulation techniques used in television signal transmission. Visit ISRO website and collect the information related to the satellite launching and submit the report on it. Collect the information related to Indian satellite program and prepare a report on satellite application. Right. Now these are some list of micro projects. So using LED as a optical source and photodiode as a optical detector and plastic fiber cable, make a prototype of optical fiber communication. Okay. Then second, make a flow diagram of fiber to home FTH system. So third micro project, it is test the performance of PWM using copper cable and compare it with the experiment number 2. Then D is prepared survey report to compare technical specification of different types of optical sources and detectors. Then next, undertake a survey of different types of optical cables and give its specification and application. Then next, undertake a survey of different OTDR available in the market along with their specifications. Prepare a report on splicing techniques used in RailTel, Reliance and BSNL or any other such organization. Then monitor an optical networking used for cable service provider and prepare a report. Then prepare an internet-based report on different types of launches vehicles used for the satellite launching. Then next, prepare a chart to indicate application of various satellite frequency band LSC, X, Ku and Ka band. Then prepare a survey report on the different types of antennas used for the satellite communication. Conduct an internet survey and prepare a detailed report on GPS and its application. Prepare a report on VSAT communication based on visit an internet survey. And last, visit a satellite center pool lab having satellite setup and prepare a report on all of the components and its function. So these are nothing but some list of micro projects that you have to perform for your submission of this optical fiber communication, right? So these are some reference books which we are going to use. So electronic communication system fundamentals through advanced, Thomasi, then fiber optic communication, Columbus and Harold, then the ABC of fiber optic communication, Varey and Sudhir, fiber optic communication, Kaiser and Gerd, data communications and networking, Forozen, optical fiber communication, principle and practices by Senior, satellite communication by Roddy Dennis, satellite communication by Katiyar Sapna, satellite communication and concept and application by Rao Raja, and last, satellite communication system techniques and technology by Gerard Maral. Some software learning websites are also given in your curriculum, so you just go through the curriculum in detail. You can get each and every point related with your the syllabus, as well as the different activities, practicals, micro projects, list of experiments, then what are the reference books, each and everything you will definitely get identified in this particular syllabus copy. So this is our first practical session of optical fiber, optical network and satellite communication. So in this particular practical, we have gone through the list of experiment that which we want to perform. So step by step we will conduct one by one experiment and just note down the results. And it is also, you are also aware that the progressive assessment will be there for each and every submission of your practical. So meanwhile we will stop here. So thank you very much.